Hello everyone, this is Brian, and I'm doing this video in response to the video I did on how to get your music, videos, and pictures on your Xbox 360 the easy way. Some people have asked me, certain questions of how it can be done, what do you need to do? Well, I'm about to show you what needs to be done. Now, first of all, for me, I go over here to Start, and I go to Windows Media Player. This is what you need to do, though. Even though I go to Start, if you have Windows Media Player already on your screen here, you click on it. Now what you do when you click on it, and we gotta let it pick up here. Now what you need to do, now this is Windows Media, I think 11, Media Player 11. I think you need to have that, maybe you'll be higher, maybe you need 10 or whatever. But you need, I think mainly 11, maybe 10. Now, as you can see, most of my pictures are here. Now, if you want music, okay, here's what we do. I'm going to go to music because mainly, I'm a wrestling fan, and I got the SmackDown vs. Raw game, and I like to have my own little entrance musics in there. Okay? Now, what I'm doing here is this. I'm going to go to Now, this is what you need to do. All right. If you have an Xbox 360, here's what you need to do. And you don't have. Well, first of all, if you don't have the hard drive and you just have a regular memory card, then this is what you need to do if you want to use your own personal music on the games that you have. If you got a wrestling game, or if you just want to listen to your music, here's what you do. Or if you want to look at your pictures, you want to look at your videos, on your television, here's what you do. You go to Media Sharing, right there, Media Sharing, and then right here, you click, there's the Xbox, right there, it says Xbox. And then you click on OK. And what does that do? Well, that allows you now to, let me switch my television around here to the channel that needs to be on. Sorry about the moving around. Now it's on the right channel. Now what I do is I'll press Start on my controller, starting up my Xbox. As you can see, the Xbox is coming on. I think you could hear that. I have the surround sound, thanks to that thing. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Now, you want your music. Now, I just showed you what needs to be done. Here's what you do. Like I showed you in the previous video, you go to these areas, and they will already be lined up to it. Now, there's the end user part. And that's saying, please wait. And then there's all your music right there. Same thing with the videos. You go to the videos, you go to end user, your videos will pop up, maybe in little folders, and maybe it's just as videos. And same with pictures. Same deal, they'll pop up, and probably in folders. You got to click on those, and you get the idea. But here's the question a lot of people have asked me. What happens if I turn off my computer? Do I keep my music on my Xbox? Does it stay, or what happens? Well, unfortunately, it does not stay. Unless you got a hard drive to where maybe you could copy it off and then use it then, or whenever you want to, it does not stay. What happens when you turn off your computer, and I'm not going to turn mine off because I just turned it on after a 10 to 12 hour rest. But what happens is when you turn off your computer, this won't read it anymore. So in other words, what's going on is there is a signal that gets sent from your PC to here. There's a signal that gets sent. Because they're both by the same people, because both the Windows and the Microsoft are done by the same people. So, a signal basically gets sent out from your PC to here, from your Windows Media Player to here. Now, like I said, if you have a hard drive, it'll be easier. Now, you may not have a hard drive, but let's say you want to play music. Well, that's real simple too. If you have, like I do, if you have an MP3 player and you have an extension like this, well, you can plug it in this way maybe if you want to, but if you want an easier way, get the extension that comes with it. And what you do is you use this way, or you use your extension, and you press it, and you put it into these little holes right here. Same thing with your camcorder, like what I'm using right now. My camera, you use it that way. That's how you get your pictures. And that's basically about it. I don't know about video. If you like have a DV or something like that, that might work. But that's the only other ways you can get music and pictures and maybe video if you don't have a hard drive. What Xbox recommends is you have a Zune video, I think, a Zune player to probably do your videos on, but that's it. But in other words, you can't really do it if this is off. If your computer is off, this won't read it. The signal will be gone. But if it's on, the signal will stay. It might stay on standby. I'm not sure. I've never put mine on standby, but it might stay on standby. But in other words, if you don't have your computer on, or maybe even on standby, like I said, I haven't tried that yet. You can try it for yourself if you want to, but if you don't have it, then this is not going to read it unless you have a hard drive. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, I got a lot of music. What if I want to add more music onto there to listen to the Xbox besides using the MP3 player? What do? Well, it's real simple. If you don't want to use your Zune or your MP3 player, but you got a lot of music on your Windows, what you do is you scroll down. And then like right here, what you do is you drag it over to here, right? You drag your song over to there. Let's see if you can see that again. I'm sorry if I zoomed out, but what you do is you grab your song, you drag it over to here, which is right there. Then what you do is you go to your playlist. You say save playlist, and then what happens is this pops up. Now this is what gets read on your Xbox. So you saw that all that music that showed up on there. This is what's on there. This is what shows up. It gets added on. And if you have a wrestling game like I do, this is how it's read. This is how each and every one of them is read. This is how they read it. This is how that wrestling game would read it. Just like that. But this whole thing, all this music, already on there. This, if you got like playlist and you want to go to your, let's say you want to go to your music here, to playlist. Like I said, you can click on the end user again. And then down here to your saved play. Now this is what you do. If you want to make a playlist of certain songs, you go down here to playlist, and it does the same thing. It will read the playlist you have. See what I just showed you with the save? Everything's right there. That's your saved playlist. See? That's basically how you get your music on there without the hard drive. And like I say, unfortunately, unless you have the hard drive or not, when you turn off your computer for the night, or for the day, or for however long you're gone, then the signal that it sends from itself to the Xbox will be lost. It's kind of like if you have this. If you have a DS, like I do, or a PSP, and it has a Wi-Fi connection in it, it has Wi-Fi in it. If your internet is off, then the Wi-Fi signal will be lost. If you have your internet on, like I do most of the time, even without the computer on, then the Wi-Fi, I should say, will be saved. But in other words, if you don't have that connected, just like with the But basically what I'm saying is if you don't have your computer on, then the signal that your Windows Media Player sends, your tower I should say, with your Windows Media Player sends to your Xbox will be lost. So unless you have a hard drive, or if you have an MP3 player, a Zune player, or whatever that plays music or videos that you want, or shows pictures that you want to see on there, especially, well, pictures, more importantly, a camera, then you have to have a connection that way. But I hope I gave you guys a better understanding on how you can get your music and how your music is on your Xbox and your Windows. If you got any questions, just let me know. Until next time, God bless, take care, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace out.